Alright, let's talk about Chapter 2 for a minute. Over there on page 24, we start looking at some demographics. Now, marketing and demographics, does it go hand in hand? Do you care what the population is around you? Should you worry whether it's Caucasian, African American, Hispanic? Should it even matter to you? If you go through Chapter 2, you'll see that it probably does matter a little bit. And you'll see that the population's changing. Over on page 25, you'll see some charts by race and Hispanic origin. It'll also tell you which is the fastest growing minority. I don't know if you'll need that, but I'm guessing you probably will. On page 24, it talks about population figures, buying power. Over on 25, it talks about household mean income. On page 26 and 27, it starts looking at some trends that retailers are following. There's 8, 9 of them altogether. They're actually quite interesting. And if you're really thinking about going into visual merchandising, this is what's happening now. This is what you'll see in the marketplace today. Over on page 28, we talk a little bit about mannequins and how the changing mannequin is being seen in the workplace now. It used to be all white plastic stand-up mannequins. Now you're seeing all sorts of different ethnicities, different sizes. In a couple, several weeks, you'll get a chance to actually make and present your own mannequin to the class. And on page 29, we talk about signage. Now the thing about signage is it can get expensive. But do we need signage? Does signage do us any good? And are we going to have it bilingual? Are we going to have it in English and Spanish? Depending on your population, might you have it in English and French? Or are you going to put English on all your signs? Maybe do a sign without English. I don't know. So check that out on page 28 and 29. Graphics, another way of doing a sign, only considerably less expensive. Something to think about. As a visual merchandiser, will you have to work within a budget? I'm going to say yes, you will. Probably more so than a lot of other divisions. And page 32, we start talking about multicultural. Very important. You're going to hear multicultural throughout the entire text. We're not just one culture anymore. And you can't focus on one culture or you're going to lose money. You don't want to do that. Alright, so that's a real quick review of Chapter 2. And we'll talk about Chapter 3 next week.